Hello everyone and welcome back to Next Gen Gaming SC for some top cut action from SCG CON Atlanta. Our quarterfinals feature match, Sam versus Gray. We have Sam on the left piloting Han Red and Gray on the right piloting Anakin Blue. Coming into the top 8, Sam the 3 seed at 6-1, Gray the 6 seed at 5-2. Sam's only loss so far today came against Gray back in round 3. So can Sam get some revenge this time? We start things out the first turn of the game. Sam starting in the space arena with Green Squadron A-Wing. Gray starts with Sabine in the ground arena. And starting things out here on turn 2, Sam getting 3 damage into Gray's base to strike first in game 1. And Gray passing back over to Sam, who plays Millennium Falcon, and Gray has the answer for Millennium Falcon. He plays open fire, defeating Millennium Falcon. Sam claims the initiative. Gray gets in for 3 with Sabine. Sam's Han 1 red deck is a very aggressive deck, and he will be looking to be the aggressor throughout this matchup. Gray will want to continue to try and stabilize early, as he did a great job last round having that open fire for the Falcon. Both players trading 3 damage to each base here in round 3, and Sam playing K2SO in the ground arena. Let's see how Gray responds. And Gray is going to play a 4-cost unit in the ground arena as well, and it is a bit bigger than K2SO. He plays Kanan Jarrus. Kanan is a 4-5, K2SO just a 4-4. So that does present a little bit of trouble for Sam, as Kanan could attack into K2SO, defeat K2, stay on the board, and heal some damage all at the same time. Now Sam is going to get in with K2SO on his first action of the round. 4 damage to Gray's base. That's 10 damage on. And we're actually going to see Gray use the Anakin action ability, giving Sabine +2 power on the attack, attacking and defeating K2SO. 1 damage to Sam's base with the on-attack ability on Sabine, and then the when defeated trigger, another 3 damage to Gray's base. So Gray took 2 damage to his base off of the Anakin action ability, and then another 3 damage off of the when defeated ability on K2SO. So 15 damage on Gray's base. And it looks like Sam is going to use the Han action ability, getting up to 6 total resources. So we could see Han Solo deployed here in this round. Now the action back over to Gray. He is going to play Yoda in the ground arena, so another unit that can heal damage from Gray's base. Sam is going to go ahead and deploy Han Solo, and then Gray attacks into Han with Kanan Jarrus, so both units take 4 damage, and then the on-attack ability from Kanan, discarding Sam's top card. It's Ketsu Onyo. That card has 2 aspects, and Gray heals 1 damage for each aspect on that card. So Gray back down to 13 damage on. And now the action back over to Sam. He has Green Squadron A-Wing and Han Solo ready. Right now showing 7 possible damage between those 2 units. Could get Gray all the way up to 20 damage on his base. But Gray is showing, with Yoda and Kanan Jarrus, a potential of healing up to 4 damage next turn.
I have to figure out sequencing,
which is really going to help Gray try and stabilize in this game. Sam is going to smuggle in, armed to the teeth, putting it on Green Squadron A-Wing. And Gray playing Force Throw, forcing Sam to discard a card. He discards Spark of Rebellion, And with Gray having a force unit in play, he is able to deal 2 damage to Han solo. Han defeated before Sam gets to attack with him. Now Sam does attack with the Green Squadron A-Wing. 5 damage to Gray's base, 18 damage on. Gray has claimed the initiative, but that force throw comes in at a very important time for Gray, saving 6 damage. Because Han would have attacked for 6 with that arm to the teeth in play. But Sam gets punished for not attacking with Han first, missing out on at least 4 damage to Gray's base. Now as we start the next round, Gray with the initiative. His first action, a second force throw. Sam discarding Green Squadron A-Wing. 2 damage dealt to his Green Squadron A-Wing in play, but still has 1 HP remaining. And Sam getting in for 5 damage to Gray's base, putting Gray up to 23 damage. And then Yoda coming across into Sam's base, restoring 2. Sam uses the Han action ability once again, going up to 7 total resources. And Gray is going to attack Sam's base with Kanan Jarrus. That's 4 damage to base. On attack ability, Sam discarding the top card of his deck. It's Millennium Falcon. And Gray gets to heal another 2 damage from his base. As we talked about last round, 4 damage could be healed from Gray's base. And that is absolutely what has happened. Now Sam does play Mace Windu coming in, ambushing Kanan Jarrus. Kanan defeated, Mace readies. So Sam is showing 5 damage there with Mace. Let's see how Gray responds. He still has 5 resources. And Gray is just going to play Poe Dameron in the ground arena. So Sam can get in for 5 here. Mace into Gray's base. 5 damage, 24 damage on Gray's base. And now that means that Sam could win the game next round in 1 action if he has a pump for either one of those units. Now Gray could claim the initiative here, and Poe could take out both of the units Sam has on the table in 1 action. So it looks like that is exactly what Gray has done. Gray claims the initiative. Sam defeating that temporary resource he gained last turn from the Han action ability. And here comes Poe Dameron attacking into Mace. Gray using the on-attack ability, discarding Green Squadron A-Wing to deal 2 damage and defeat Sam's Green Squadron A-Wing. Sam's board is clear, and he still has to find a way to deal 6 more damage. Sam does smuggle in Cassian Andor, so Cassian will ready since he was played using smuggle. That is 3 more damage that Sam is showing. Sam does only have 1 ready resource remaining, so we can't see Surprise Strike played, allowing Cassian to attack for 6 here in this round, which would be fatal. However, of course, Gray is showing Yoda in the ground arena. Yoda can restore 2 damage from Gray's base. I believe Gray only has 1 card in hand, and it is arguably the best card in the deck. Luke Skywalker coming in will give Cassian -3/-3 for the phase. So Sam will not be able to deal any more damage this round. And with this board state, Sam is in a lot of trouble. He can't just claim the initiative and win off a Surprise Strike because Gray can heal 2 damage from his base with Yoda. So Sam is not going to claim the initiative. He is actually going to play Bamboozle, discarding Waylay so that he does not have to pay the cost for Bamboozle, exhausting Yoda. But this does allow Gray to get the initiative, and he is going to attack and defeat Cassian Andor right away with Luke Skywalker restoring 3 damage from his base. Now it does appear that Gray's base is showing 1 extra damage than it should with the tokens. We've got the proper damage count on the scoreboard at the top of your screen. So Sam passed. Yoda dealt another 2 damage to Sam's base, restoring 2 from Gray's base. And then Sam plays Bamboozle, exhausting Poe Dameron. Anakin is deployed. Gray is going to flood the board with Sabine and Restored Arc. And now Anakin is going to smash into Sam's base for 7. Sam with the initiative, but I don't think he will have an answer to this board. Sam plays K2SO, but that will not stop Gray from swinging for Fatal here this turn. And it is deja vu all over again for Sam as Gray takes game 1 of the quarterfinals at SCG CON Atlanta. We are getting ready for game 2 here in the quarterfinal feature match at the SCG CON Atlanta Saturday 2K. Both of these players looking to advance on to the semifinals. Sam versus Gray. Han Red versus Anakin Blue. Gray taking game 1. And again, these 2 players did meet in round 3 of Swiss, where Gray was victorious. And Sam once again finding himself behind here against Gray. Sam starting the game with the initiative, starting with Anakin's Interceptor. And Gray starting with Sabine for the 2nd straight game. And in round 2, it's 2 quick damage to Gray's base. We see Village Protectors come down in the ground arena for Gray. And Ketsu Onyo coming out for Sam. And Gray is going to make the trade. Sabine attacking and defeating Ketsu. So both units defeated and 1 damage to Sam's base with the on attack ability from Sabine. Sam will once again hold the initiative. Again, Sam wants to be as aggressive as he can. He wants to win as quickly as possible. And of course, the Village Protectors in the ground arena does prevent a little bit of a roadblock here for Sam. Now he starts with another 2 damage to Gray's base with Anakin's Interceptor. And Gray is going to play K2SO. And now let's see what Sam responds with. He is going to play Waylay, bouncing K2SO back to Gray's hand. And Gray is going to attack Sam's base for 2 with the Stick Ladies, the Village Protectors. Sam is able to hold on to the initiative, which he has had so far throughout game 2. And going into this round 4, we've got 4 damage on Gray's base, 3 damage on Sam's base. Both players with 1 unit on board showing 2 damage, and Sam will get in for another 2 with Anakin's Interceptor. So Anakin's Interceptor has dealt 6 damage here early to Gray's base. You know that Sam would have loved for that Anakin's Interceptor to be Green Squadron A-Wing as it was in game 1, because that would have been an extra 3 damage to Gray's base so far. Now Gray has passed back over to Sam. Sam using the Han action ability, going up to 6 resources. Gray passes once again, and Sam quickly deploying Han Solo. Now we'll see if Gray has an immediate response to Han Solo, keeping Sam from going up to 7 resources. He could use something like Perilous Position. But Gray once again just passing. Han attacking into the Village Protectors. Shield token removed on the Stick Ladies, and 2 damage back to Han Solo. And Sam does go up to 7 total resources. And now Gray going to use Anakin's action ability, taking 2 damage to his base. But Village Protectors attacking for a total of 4 power into Han, both units defeated. So Gray getting a ton of value out of the Stick Ladies here in game 3. And Sam is going to play Poe Dameron. So Sam certainly threatening Some pretty big damage at this point. Now Gray has yet to use any resources this turn. We'll see if he has a play here. If he could stop Poe from being able to get any attacks into base. Now, I guess he could always claim the initiative and maybe play something like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but we are not going to see that. Gray is going to play Pillage, discarding the last 2 cards in Sam's hand, which means Sam top decking. Now, Sam did claim the initiative after Gray played Pillage, so with Poe Dameron in play, Sam will be able to get in at least 6 damage. With his first action attacking with Poe. Now Sam has to defeat 2 resources here because of the on action ability and the on attack ability, giving Sam the 2 temporary resources last turn. So both players at 6 total resources. And a very surprising play with Sam's first action. He attacks Gray's base with Anakin's Interceptor instead of Poe. So just 2 damage dealt to Gray's base, and now Gray has another Village Protectors in the ground arena, so Poe will not be able to go into Gray's base this round. Now we do see Millennium Falcon, Lando's Pride, the 6-cost 5/5 smuggled in for Sam. Gray loading up the ground arena while Sam loading up the space arena. We see Yoda coming into play for Gray. And Poe is going to attack into the Village Protectors. Sam discarding the only card in his hand, and he is actually going to have Gray discard a card. Now Gray does have options. He has 3 cards in hand here, so he will go down to 2 cards in hand, and he discards Luke Skywalker. I'm sure Sam likes to see that. So the Village Protectors has the shield token removed. 2 damage back to Poe Dameron. Gray is going to deploy Anakin, attack and defeat Poe. And Anakin having 6 total power with the 10 damage on Gray's base. That will be 2 overwhelm damage going through to Sam's base because Poe had 2 damage on, so just 4 HP remaining. So it's 10 damage on Gray's base, 5 damage on Sam's base. Sam does have the initiative, and he will get in for 5 right away with Millennium Falcon. Sam halfway there on Gray's base now, but Gray does have Yoda in the ground arena, so he will be able to do some more restoring here this turn. And Gray's going to be aggressive. That is a big 7 damage going through to Sam's base. 12 damage on now. 2 damage to Gray's base with Anakin's Interceptor. Yoda getting into Sam's base for 2. Gray will restore the 2 damage that the Interceptor just dealt. Sam passed, and Gray just claims the initiative, which means we will move on to the next round without either player playing a card that last turn. And to start the next round, oh, that's a big play for Gray. Takedown, defeating Millennium Falcon, the big threat that Sam had in play. And now we do see outmaneuver. This came out of Sam's sideboard, exhausting Gray's ground arena. Now Gray will play another copy of the Stick Ladies. And Sam will play his own ground unit, Ketsu Onyo. Gray claims the initiative. 2 damage to Gray's base with Anakin's Interceptor, but this feels like a very tough spot for Sam because right now, Gray has a big board presence in the ground arena. Multiple Sentinel units. He can take out Ketsu right away with his first action. Now that is exactly what Gray is going to do. The non-shielded Village Protectors taking out Ketsu. Both units defeated. And Gray still showing a ton of damage here. 11 damage right now on board in the ground arena. Sam is going to smuggle in another Millennium Falcon. And Gray is going to play Luke Skywalker, defeating the Falcon. Luke gives Millennium Falcon -6/-6 because one of Gray's units was defeated this phase. Now Sam does use the Han action ability to go up to 3 ready resources. Gray attacks into Sam's base for 7 with Anakin. And now Sam is going to play Waylay, bouncing Luke back to Gray's hand. Gray attacks into Sam's base for 2 with Yoda, restoring 2 from his own. And now Anakin's Interceptor hitting for 4, so 4 damage to Gray's base. So the damage on the bases are a little bit off. The 2 overwhelm damage from Anakin was missed earlier. Sam should have 23 damage on his base, and Gray should have 19 damage on his base from the attack with Anakin's Interceptor. So with Gray having the initiative, technically he should be able to swing and win with Anakin, but right now it would take 2 actions. And the most that Sam could deal with 1 action is 7. Gray's going to open it up with open fire. 4 damage to Anakin's Interceptor. The Interceptor defeated. Sam does follow up with another space unit. Millennium Falcon enters play ready here. And Gray has another open fire. Sam's board wiped. There's the handshake. Gray with Fatal on board. He takes the match 2-0, and Gray is heading to the semifinals at SCG CON Atlanta. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in, and thank you to Star City Games for putting on this awesome event. That will conclude our coverage from Atlanta. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. May the Force be with you, and until next time, take care.